All right, folks, gather round. Have you ever looked at someone successful and thought, blimey, how'd they get there? Well, I'm here to tell you, there's no roundabout, but there is a road. A proper British A-road full of twists and turns and maybe a cheeky Greggs along the way. So buckle up, grab your cuppa, and let's get this show on the road. Now, listen, I'm not talking about those massive, daunting goals that make you want to crawl back under the duvet. You know, the kind that makes you feel overwhelmed just thinking about them. We're talking small, achievable wins here. The kind of victories that build momentum and keep you motivated. Think of it like setting your sat nav. You need to input a realistic destination to get accurate directions. You wouldn't put in drive to the moon and expect to get there, right? It's about setting practical, reachable targets. Let's say your big goal is to write a novel. That's a fantastic ambition, but it can feel intimidating. Brilliant, but start with a daily goal of writing 500 words or even just jotting down ideas. These small steps make the big goal manageable. Pace yourself, set those daily goals and watch the progress unfold. Each small win brings you closer to your ultimate destination. Now, I know what you're thinking, James. Planning, that sounds about as much fun as a root canal, but hear me out, but trust me on this one. Taking a little bit of time each day to organize your thoughts and tasks can be a game changer. It's not just about making lists, it's about creating a roadmap for your day. Think of it like this. Your brain is a bit like my car after a road trip with the lads. A bit messy, a tad chaotic. You wouldn't drive around in a cluttered car forever, would you? A bit of planning is like giving it a good clean and polish. It's refreshing and makes everything run smoother. Use a planner, an app, or even just a good old-fashioned piece of paper. Write down your tasks, prioritize them, and break them into manageable chunks and tick them off as you go. Each tick is a small victory, a step closer to a more organized and productive you. Now, before you roll your eyes and assume I'm about to launch into a fitness frenzy, hear me out. I'm not talking about becoming the next Usain Bolt, though more power to you if that's your jam. I'm talking about simply moving your body for 30 minutes a day. Go for a walk, do some gardening, chase your dog around the park. The point is to get your blood pumping and your endorphins flowing. Remember, this is about feeling good, not about punishing yourself. Chapter 4. Reading and Learning Expanding Your Mind Palace. Reading, my friends, is like a magic portal to different worlds, perspectives and ideas. It's like having 1,000 conversations without having to leave your comfy chair. Even just 20 minutes a day can make a difference. The key is to keep your mind engaged and curious. The more you read, the more you know, and the more interesting you become. Chapter 5. Practicing your skills, honing your inner rock star. We all have skills, folks, whether it's writing, coding, playing the ukulele, or baking a mean Victoria sponge cake. The key to getting really good at those skills is, you guessed it, practice. Dedicate just 15 minutes a day to honing your craft. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day and neither is a masterpiece. So keep practicing, keep improving, and who knows, maybe one day you'll be the one teaching others. Chapter 6. Effective time management, because time flies when you're having fun and also when you're not. Time, my friends, is a slippery beast. It seems like 1 minute you're sipping your morning coffee and the next you're wondering where the day went. One of my favorite techniques is the Pomodoro technique. It's simple. Work on a task for 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break, and repeat. It's amazing how much you can get done when you break down your work into manageable chunks. Chapter 7. Focus on personal relationships, because humans are social creatures, even if we don't always act like it. In today's digital age, it's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of work and social media, but amidst all the chaos, it's important to remember the people who matter most. Our friends and family. Make time each day to connect with someone you care about. These small gestures can make a world of difference in nurturing your relationships. Chapter 8. Self-review and reflection, the art of looking in the mirror without judging your hair. Now, before you run for the hills at the thought of self-reflection, hear me out. This isn't about beating yourself up over your mistakes or dwelling on the negatives. It's about taking a few minutes each day to check in with yourself and see how you're doing. The key is to keep learning, keep growing, and keep striving to be the best versions of ourselves. Chapter 9. Practice gratitude, counting your blessings, and maybe some sheep. If you can't sleep. In the hustle and bustle of everyday life, it's easy to get caught up in the things we don't have. We often find ourselves focusing on our to-do lists, our goals, and the next big thing we want to achieve. This constant chase can leave us feeling exhausted and unfulfilled. But taking a moment to appreciate the good things in our lives can have a profound impact on our well-being. Simple acts of gratitude can shift our perspective and help us see the beauty in everyday moments. Whether it's a smile from a stranger or a beautiful sunset, these small joys add up. Before you drift off to sleep each night, take a few minutes to reflect on 3 things you're grateful for. This practice can help calm your mind and set a positive tone for the next day. It doesn't have to be grand. Even small things like a warm cup of tea or a good book can make a difference. The point is to shift your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life. By regularly acknowledging the good, you train your mind to look for positivity, which can lead to a more fulfilling and joyful existence. So start counting your blessings today and see how it transforms your life. Chapter 10. Communicate with yourself and care for your mind. Because your mind deserves a spa day too. In a world that's constantly demanding our attention, it's easy to neglect the most important thing of all, our mental health. Dedicate 10 minutes each day to quieting your mind and connecting with yourself. Treat it with care, nurture it with kindness, and watch as it blossoms with clarity, focus, and inner peace. Outro, the journey, begins now with a cheeky subscribe button. So there you have it, folks, my top 10 tips for a more successful and fulfilling life. Remember, success isn't a destination, it's a journey. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Let's spread the success vibes far and wide. Now go forth and conquer your day, you brilliant bunch.